As we transition back into our second link of the afternoon, it'll be the Ray Jays taking on the Divide County Maroons after a great match in the opening round here this afternoon. It was the Stanley Blue Jays coming from behind to defeat the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers in 5 sets. The last set going to the Blue Jays 17-15. Couldn't have asked for a better volleyball match if you're a fan attending. The Ranchers, of course, didn't care for that outcome, but the Blue Jays are real excited about advancing to tomorrow afternoon's semifinal round between the Kenmare Bull Bells Honkers and the Stanley Blue Jays. And we'll go on the air at 12:30 with our pregame show tomorrow, followed by our first serve at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Our second match of the day, it'll be the Divide County Maroons, the number 6 seed, against the Ray Jays, the number 4 seed. And we're looking forward to that. It's about 18 minutes of time left, and our updated bracket is now up there for you to see. It's as you can see, the Stanley Blue Jays are advancing to the semifinal round, with the championship round and the region qualifying round to be set for Monday afternoon, starting at 4 o'clock on Monday, weather permitting. With that, we're going to step aside. When we come back, it'll be time for our Continental Resources coach's comments. It'll be head coach Nicole Bertman on our Continental Resources comments after this 2-minute timeout.
While being the largest leaseholder in the Bakken, Continental Resources believes that we are among the most efficient and cost-effective producers of oil and natural gas on the planet. One of the most effective ways of putting action behind our values is by giving to those communities in which we operate. American Energy is a huge contributor of tax revenue to local, state, and federal governments, an economic catalyst, and a job creator. If you want to work in an environment that encourages teamwork and putting your ideas into action, visit CLR.com to start your new career today.
As we come back into GameDay Media and to our NCC Sports Desk, welcome again to our Continental Resources Coach's Comments. Here on our Border Plains Equipment pregame show, I've been able to catch up with the Divide County Volleyball head coach, Nicole Bertman, to talk about their match this evening with the Ray Jays on opening day of the District 16 postseason tournament. And first of all, Coach Bertman, thanks for making yourself available here on our Continental Resources Coach's Comments.
Oh yeah, no problem, Randy. Thanks for doing this.
After losing some very good talent from last year's squad, there was no doubt that this was probably going to be a bit of a rebuilding year for the Maroons. As you look at your team from the beginning of practice in August and until now as we enter the postseason tournament, what would be your thoughts about your progress during the regular season, Coach?
It's kind of been, like you said, we lost a lot, so we were definitely building, and we had a great bunch to build with, great attitudes, and they started out not being quite so comfortable with each other because they were learning together to play together, but they've actually been learning to work together. And the wonderful thing about this bunch is although our wins have not been, we haven't had a lot of that this year, we've been close many, many times, and the kids always seem to stick together and be positive, and kind of a remarkable bunch that way, because you don't always have that even in a winning season. So I'm pretty happy about that.
As I look at your roster, you have several seniors on this year's team. What would you like to say about your seniors as they enter their final postseason tournament as a Maroon coach?
Well, my seniors have been great leading by example and leading with their attitudes and being great kind of mentors to the younger girls. And I appreciate that they have treated them very well, and I just love that they encourage all the time. I'm happy about that. I have a great bunch of seniors, good girls.
So on to the match tonight. The Ray Jays are ranked number 3 in the postseason tournament and seem to be playing some pretty good volleyball as of late. As you've prepared for the postseason tournament play, what do you feel will be a key factor to allow the Maroons to upset the Ray Jays tonight, Coach?
Well, I think one of the things we need to focus on is trying to get an attack on every play, no matter where the ball is. When we're playing out of system balls, we need to try to get an attack on everything and give less free balls. And then just play defense, have a never quit attitude on the defense end.
You've been listening to head coach Nicole Bertman of the Divide County Maroons here on our Continental Resources Coach's Comments. And we'll be back with Ray Jays head coach Angie Kade and more of the Border Plains Equipment pregame show from our NCC Sports Desk after this timeout, and a few words from some of our great GameDay Media sponsors.
Since 1961, Tioga Medical Center has been providing quality health care to Northwest North Dakota patients. With a newly built clinic in Tioga, where primary care providers along with visiting specialists are caring for patients every day. Primary care clinics in Ray and Powers Lake also. Call for an appointment today at 701-664-3368. Tioga Medical Center. Great staff making a difference in the lives of patients every day.
Bank of Tioga, with locations in Tioga and Crosby, North Dakota. Come and talk to us about all your financial needs. Whether it's agriculture, business, investments, or personal banking, we have the right product for you. Call our Tioga Bank at 701-664-3388 or our Crosby Bank at 701-965-6333 to discuss your needs with us. Ignite prosperity at the Bank of Tioga. At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brands all under one roof at 119 North Main Street in Tioga or shop online at acehardware.com. At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-628-1414. Your local Farmers Union insurance agent.
Murex Petroleum Corporation, a pioneer for today, creating opportunities for all involved. Extraordinary people, extraordinary assets. MurexPetroleumCorporation.com.
Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1986. Offering septic service, portable restrooms and hand wash, sewer jet and camera services. Located in Stanley, North Dakota, call for a free quote at 701-628-2960.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Bingaman Construction in Ray, North Dakota, your go-to for all your residential and commercial spray foam and construction needs. Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
And welcome back into GameDay Media at the NCC Sports Desk. It's time now for the Continental Resources Coach's comments on our Border Plains Equipment pregame show. I have caught up with head coach Angie Kade of the Ray Jays to talk with me about their upcoming match this evening with the Divide County Maroons here on day one of the District 16 postseason tournament. And first of all, welcome again, Coach, to our Continental Resources Coach's comments.
Thanks for having me.
As the regular season has now ended for all District 16 teams, the Ray Jays have earned the number 3 seed in the postseason tournament and will play the Divide County Maroons tonight in the second game of the opening day of the tournament. Despite losing some very good talent from last year's team, your 2023 team has come together and have played some very good volleyball and are very competitive. You know you can play with anyone. What is your overall impression on how the team has progressed since the start of the season, Coach?
They definitely have the talent and the abilities. It's just whether or not they can all show up and perform on the same night, or if somebody's going to have an off night, if they're able to pull themselves out of it and come together.
With 4 seniors on this year's roster, they've led your team in a number of categories, and I'm sure have provided leadership in the locker room and at practices. What would you like to say about your seniors on this year's team, Coach?
Yeah, my seniors this year have been wonderful. They, like you said, they've both been role models on and off the court as far as schoolwork and athletics. They put in the time, they put in the effort, they truly care about their teammates, and they have been really, really fun to work with this year, and they are going to be deeply missed.
Tonight, the Jays are playing the Divide County Maroons in the number 3 versus number 6 matchup here on day 1 of the postseason tournament. During the regular season, the Jays soundly defeated the Maroons in the matches played against each other. What do you say to your team to ensure that they don't overlook the Maroons this evening, Coach?
I say to them, look what happened to Divide last year. They were us, and we are now them. So we came back in the district tournament last year and beat them out of the tournament to go to regionals, which nobody expected. Not because they overlooked us, just because we were hungry that day and really wanted it. And that could very easily be them. So nobody is to be overlooked, and everybody has some great potential and some good athletes on their teams, and none of our games have really been runaways. So with the whole district, we've all been pretty close, all 6 of us actually. So anybody's tournament, and that's why we play the tournament, and tournament time is so fun.
Well, I have to say this has got to be one of the more balanced districts that I've seen in a long time, as anybody on any given night can make a good run and put together some pretty good matches in 3 days and probably come away with the postseason district trophy.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's up for grabs. Nobody is taking it for granted this year, and anybody can go home with it.
You've been listening to head coach Angie Kade of the Ray Jays here on our Continental Resources Coaches Comments on our pregame show from our NCC Sports Desk. And after this timeout, we'll come back with more of the Border Plains Equipment pregame show after a few words from some of our great GameDay Media sponsors.
Born and raised amidst the small-town love of Northwest North Dakota, we at Northwest Communications Cooperative understand the joy of being part of a great community. That's why we choose to pour back into the people who pour into us. At NCC, we offer internet, telephone, video, and security services that are industry standard, top of the line. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we consider Northwest North Dakota our neighborhood. Let us know how we can serve you. Local, fast, reliable. Making connections, locally committed.
Voted a top 20 critical access hospital in quality, our Level 5 Trauma Center is ready to handle all your emergency needs with our acute stroke ready certification and full lab and radiology departments. Our physical, occupational, and speech therapy providers are available for all your rehab care, and our family practice clinic provides a variety of care including well child and child immunizations. Psychiatric care is available by telehealth, and mental health is available in person. To schedule an appointment, call us at 701-628-2505. or find us on our website at stanleyhealth.org. Montreal County Medical Center, here to help you throughout a lifetime.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Roustabout Service and Insulating, servicing the oil and gas industry since 1963. The Country Store, located at 123 Main Street in Powers Lake, North Dakota. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Napa Tioga Parts Supply, located at 105 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit napaonline.com. TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lack provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351. While being the largest leaseholder in the Bakken, Continental Resources believes that we are among the most efficient and cost-effective producers of oil and natural gas on the planet. One of the most effective ways of putting action behind our values is by giving to those communities in which we operate. American Energy is a huge contributor of tax revenue to local, state, and federal governments, an economic catalyst, and a job creator. If you want to work in an environment that encourages teamwork and putting your ideas into action, visit CLR.com to start your new career today. Bank of Tioga, with locations in Tioga and Crosby, North Dakota. Come and talk to us about all your financial needs. Whether it's agriculture, business, investments, or personal banking, we have the right product for you. Call our Tioga Bank at 701-664-3388 or our Crosby Bank at 701-965-6333 to discuss your needs with us. Ignite prosperity at the Bank of Tioga. As we come back to Al Schnerbensky, I think. Pardon if I say your name incorrectly, but as we look to match up on game number 2, Heidi, what do you see going on with these Ray Jays? Probably a team you're relatively familiar with. Pretty familiar with most all these kids. You know, it's going to be a good contested match between the number 3 seeded Ray Jays in the District 16 tournament and the number 6 seeded Divide County Maroons.
Yeah, it looks like the Ray Jays are back and healthy. They were down, I know, with some of the players sick all at once. I think 5 or 6 at once, and then now they look like they're back and ready to play some ball.
Yeah, who's going to be some of these big kids? I know Erica Kettleson, she swings a big arm when she can get loaded up by the setters. The 2 Kade girls, the Knox girl. I mean, there's a whole bunch of girls that can kind of play any position for Coach Kade.
Yeah, they do have some hitters. When they get the ball set up and get a nice setup at the net, they can swing down and hit the ball. Kade, Kettleson, yep, Cadence is new to the team this year, and she's doing well up at the net too. And her hard serves at Sergeant Cadence.
Yeah, you switch over to the Divide County Maroons side. Names you'll probably hear. Definitely going to be Billy Forcher, probably one of the most tenured players on the Divide County Maroons team, along with Ava Costin leading them, and Britta Opgard, the 3 seniors that are on the roster for the Divide County Maroons. Probably hasn't gone the way that they've wanted their senior season to go, but when you get into the district tournament, everybody's 0-0 at that point, and you're able to kind of start over, go over everything. Everybody had a free day yesterday, probably put some practice time in the gym if they were allowed to, or if they were able to get into the gym with the school cancellation. But, you know, how do you see the Divide County Maroons trying to contest some of the big swingers for the Ray Jays?
I think they will be trying pretty hard. I mean, they're number 6 in the district and going up against number 3. I mean, it can be, I guess, however you want to.
Who come to play?
Yeah, who's out there to play and who's ready to.
Yeah, as we saw an upset in the first match of the game between the Stanley Blue Jays and the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers. I would have probably put the Stanley Blue Jays dead in the water when they were down 11-4 in Game 5, and you flipped the script, and Clancy Hornberger got hot. She kind of took over and really drove the ball home. I mean, there's probably some Teflon or whatever the volleyball's made of right by the Honkers free throw line, but when Clancy gets going, Clancy is definitely going to cause some damage to the opposing team when she gets swinging. And now it's going to be a rematch between a couple weeks ago when the Stanley Blue Jays did take down the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers, and they're definitely not afraid. They're supposed to lose the game, right?
Right. They're the underdogs, but they came out on fire and got themselves out of the hole they dug.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some eyes on this game as the Tioga Lady Pirates sitting at home with a round 1 bye, able to sit back and kind of relax and reap the benefits of being the number 2 seed in the District 16 tournament. As athletic director and tournament manager Casey Kaiser is getting everything ready as we get into our Haugland Insurance starting lineups. Take it away, Randy.
Thank you, David. And I don't know if we named our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, did we? I don't remember doing that. I know we took a picture of Jordy Scar. She was named our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. And as we go to our Haugland Insurance starting lineup here for our second and final match of the day here on day number 1 of the District 16 tournament. Glad you've joined us on GameDay Media. My name's Randy Peterson, alongside my color analyst tonight, Heidi Barman, and my color analyst, board operator, and substitute broadcaster David Peterson on the headset as well tonight. But as we look at our starting lineups tonight, it'll be the Stanley Blue Jays, or the Divide County Maroons with the starting lineup, as I can try to find my program here. Number 1, number 5. For Divide County, number 1 is Brenna Landsberg. Number 5 is Bretta Oppegard. Number 7 is Billy Forcher. Number 8 is Emma Landsberg. And number 10 is Audrina Forcher. And rounding out the starting lineup is number 11, Skylar Weirman. And the libero tonight is number 16. That is Ava Costin for head coach Nicole Bertman of the Divide County Maroons. And for the Ray Jays, their head coach is Angie Kade. And Angie starts out with Avery Larson and Elena Nelson. and
Maddox
Falk and Brindley Kincaid and Maylee Kincaid and Maya Knox and Abby Olson is the libero, and from the middle it'll be Erica Kettleson wearing number 10 along with Cadence Sargent, and they're introducing everybody, I guess.
Yeah, Ava Long there, yeah, number 12, and
yeah, you know these gals better than I do. Why don't you just tell them who they are?
Addie Donnelly there, number 13, to end the lineup there. So
yeah, so
I did introduce everyone.
Yeah, so there we go with the starting lineup as both teams go to the net to shake hands and have the congratulatory type of beginning. Again, our officials this afternoon's in our final game of the District 16 second match of the day. It'll be Nicole Wondrusek and Stuart Dolan. This time Dolan will be on the floor as Wondrusek will be in the chair this evening for the Ray versus Divide County matchup here tonight on GameDay Media. We're glad you've joined us. We certainly encourage you to come out and be a part and be in the stands. But if you can't do it, we're glad that you've been able to join us here today on GameDay Media. As Stuart Dolan making sure that everybody's in the right spot. Angie Kade is in her second year as the head coach, taking over for longtime Ray J coach Michelle Dolan.
And I have a question about this. Why do you have to acknowledge the chair? Like, what are they doing here? Who's the 16 just waved up to the chair umpire? They seem to do that every game. What is the reasoning for that?
Stuart did.
The chair umpires, you know, the 16 I caught waved up at the chair umpire to acknowledge something. What's that for?
After I think they did the rotation on the floor. They're checking to make sure everyone's in the right spot.
Okay.
Captain down there, you know, gave her the go.
That's why you're here.
First point of the afternoon goes to Divide County Maroons. As we're getting all situated here, I'm ready to go. Feel like I'm a little discombobulated right now, but we're all tied up at 1-1 as Divide County trade points with the Ray Jays, and it'll be Maylee Kincaid serving for the Ray Jays, and there is Erica Kettleson with the block point and putting it down for the Ray Jays as they take a 2-1 lead here this afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, that was on your dad's phone.
So there is Divide County with another point, and they're tied up at 2 apiece. 2-2. Ready to play here as Maddox Falk goes back row. Probably should have let that one go. As a double hit by Divide County gives the lead over to the Ray Jays. 3-2. There's a serve by Brindley Kincaid. And now here is a point on the double hit called by our chair umpire tonight. 4-2 as the Jays double up the Maroons. Brindley with the serve. Good serve by the freshman from Ray as the cross-court spike attempt by Skylar Wehrman is wide and to the right. Wide and to the left, I'm sorry. 5-2, check that. Brindley Kincaid continues to serve for the Jays. They're up by 3. Ball brought across by Costin for the Divide County Maroons. Now here is Caden Sargent bringing the ball into play on the Ray J side. Wehrman bumps it across for the Maroons. From the middle, Erica Kettleson blocked at the net by Billy Forcher. That's a block point by the senior from Divide County. And it's 5-3 on the big block by Billy Forcher for the Divide County Maroons. Five to 3 as Landsberg goes back to serve. Good serve. And there's the ball on this side of the antenna. And that's a point for the Divide County Maroons. 5-4. And there is a service error by number 8, Emma Landsberg. And it's 6-4. Kind of hate to see that happen in this part of the season, but I guess things do. And
they didn't blow the whistle.
Erica Kettleson served it, and
That must not have. I don't know if they blew. There you go.
they don't call that as a. They had a sub come in, but Erica Kettleson didn't wait for the umpire to blow the whistle to let him play. But in any respect, the Ray Jays with another point. Costin passes it to the front row. There's Maylee Kincaid with the dig, setting it up front. Here's Falk into the net on the kill attempt, and it's 7-5. The Ray Jays at times, Heidi, I don't know how many games you have watched of the Jays this season, but at times they are very competitive, and sometimes they aren't so competitive.
Right. It kind of goes up and down, depending on if we're getting serves over or hits over.
I think Angie Kade has done a great job of taking over. There were some pretty big shoes to fill
Yes, there
in
were.
head coach Michelle Dolan. And, I think Angie was a part of the coaching staff with Michelle Dolan for many years and learned a lot from the great coach. And, she's done a really good job.
Really good job filling the shoes of Dolan, that's for sure.
What's it like playing for Michelle Dolan, Heidi?
I can't compliment her enough on a lot of good skills, and not only on the court but off the court as well. So
yeah,
I still coach in the elementary level, and Ray,
yeah,
little old school. I tell him I
yeah,
feel like I coach a little bit like Dolan myself.
Yeah.
So
well, I know
there's nothing, consistency with serves and getting down for digs and passing the ball, and if you don't have a pass, you don't have nothing. So
yeah, well, her type of leadership over the years for the Ray Jays probably instilled a lot of mindset in the young ladies that she was able to coach, and I'm sure there's a lot of respect, mutual respect that she has for her players as well as the players have for her, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
9-7 as the Maroons trail by 2, keeping the ball alive. They send it to the net, and it's going to be off the net, unable to play for the Maroons, and it's 10-7 as we have Cadence Sargent going back to the Souris Valley Dental Group servers row. And waiting for the whistle. This time they learned their lesson. They got to have the whistle come into play. Here is a great kill from the middle by number 6. That is Elodie Johnson. Elodie Johnson with the kill for Divide County. It's 10-8. As the Maroons right into this match here as Anna Ames goes back to serve for Divide County and head coach Nicole Bertman. There's a dig by Abby Olson. Knox brings it over for the Jays, and very hard bump and a point for Ray on that last play by Maya Knox, playing with a huge knee brace on her left knee as she ended up having a knee injury from last year, but has rehabbed and gotten herself back onto the court. That's good to see.
Yep, she's out there and she's ready to play, it looks like, but long recovery period there was.
Pretty good athlete, I believe.
Yeah, she is all around.
There's a well-placed hit by Maylee Kincaid. And just like that, the Ray Jays are up by 4 here in set number 1. This is, again, a best-of-5 match. And our second match of the day on opening day of coverage here on GameDay Media. Again, my name is Randy Peterson alongside Heidi Barman. And our production crew this afternoon, David Peterson and Caden Keller, as a miss hit by Maylee Kincaid sends it into the net. And that point goes to Divide County. Elodie Johnson goes back to the server's row again, puts the ball in play, and there's a dig by Avery Larson. Now over to Kettleson off the front row, kept alive there by Ames. Great job by Anna Ames, keeping that ball alive, giving the Maroons a chance. And here's Kettleson tipping it over. Weirman there with a dive herself. On the outside, Maylee Kincaid goes with a kill from the left corner, puts it down for another point for the Ray Jays. 13-9. The Jays take the lead. Gives us a chance to thank the Porch over in Ray, North Dakota, a locally owned coffee shop. Mandy Knox and her team over there providing a flavor for everybody at her coffee shop in Ray, North Dakota. It's a double hit by the Ray Jays, and it's another point for the Divide County Maroons. Again, the Porch over in Ray, a locally owned coffee shop serving a variety of drinks with a flavor for everyone, as there's an out of rotation point against the Divide County Maroons, 14-10. Got to be in the right spot before the serve takes place, and the Ray Jays weren't, as Brindley Kincaid serves it into the net. You don't see that very often from Brindley.
Well, she's usually pretty consistent with her serves.
As I had some stats on Ray Jays, Brindley was the top leader in assists this year with 383 assists.
And as a freshman, wow, she's
yeah,
really coming out. And
she also led in the leader in digs for the Ray Jays with 258, followed closely behind her by her sister with 223 digs on the season so far. And so 15-11, the Ray Jays with the lead by 4 here in this opening set. Caden Sargent from the outside as Falk bumps it across. Maroons reset, and oh my goodness.
A little sloppy there.
Playing a little ping pong, and here's Anna Ames with the kill attempt that goes too deep, and it's 16-11. Kettleson back at the Souris Valley Dental Group servers row, and it's too deep. 16-12. And I don't know. Can't give points away like that. You know, maybe.
No, missed serves are.
Especially when you get into the semifinals and.
No, every serve counts. Or every point counts.
Yeah. I mean, I remember volleyball happening when you could only score a point when you served. You know, that got to be some long days. 17-12. Right. Yeah, a lot has changed over the years, and you know, for the better, I think.
That's a nice serve there.
Yeah, knuckleball comes across, catches Emma Landsberg off guard, and it's an 18-12 lead as we have a timeout on the floor. Head coach Nicole Bertman needs to talk it over. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Game Day Media coverage of the District 16 postseason tournament. We'll be step aside after the St. Luke's Medical Center 30-second timeout.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics, as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
As we come back to Al Sherbinsky Court in Kenmare, North Dakota, my name's Randy Peterson alongside Heidi Barman here on our second match of the opening day of the District 16 postseason tournament. The Ray Jays up by 6 here in set number 1, 18-12, as Maddox Falk, the all-region softball player, puts the ball in play. Nice hit there by the Maroons as they come out. And here's Maylee Kincaid.
Nice.
Ooh, don't want to be in front of that one.
Oh, very powerful.
Maylee, she's very coordinated. And when she gets the ball teed up for her, she can do some damage.
Nice vertical, yep.
Here is Britta Oppegard putting the ball into the net. And it's 20-12. The Ray Jays in control of set number 1. They need 5 more to claim this opening set of the second match of the day here from the District 16 opening day. Here's Sargent pushing it across, and Audrina Forcher unable to catch up with it. It's 21-12. 21-12 as Maddox Falk goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group servers row, puts the ball in play, and that's a Tioga ace hardware ace. And with that, there's another timeout on the floor as the Ray Jays take a 10-point lead into the timeout. We'll step aside. You're listening to Game Day Media coverage of the District 16 postseason tournament.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Roustabout Service and Insulating, servicing the oil and gas industry since 1963. The Country Store, located at 123 Main Street in Powers Lake, North Dakota. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Napa Tioga Parts Supply, located at 105 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit napaonline.com. TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lack provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
Coming out of the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout, the Ray Jays 3 points away from capturing set number 1. They're up by 10, 22-12, and there's another point for the Ray Jays on the hit from the left corner by the Jays. 23-12 as Maddox Falk continues to serve for the Jays. She was named our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game during the regular season on one of the matches we covered here on Game Day Media. Doing a great job from servers row here as the Jays now with another point, and it's 24-12. It's set point for Maddox Falk here in this opening set of match number 2. There's the serve, and it goes out of bounds. That has happened more times than not. I'm not kidding you.
I know.
When we try to pat him on the back a little bit.
Jinx in the serves there.
Here's the serve by Costin for the Maroons as Melee Kincaid bumps it across. Setting it up for Ames. She pushes it across from the middle. Maya Knox goes with the kill attempt, and that's too deep. And it's 24-14. 24-14 as Costin continues to serve for the Maroons. She's very close to that line with her serve, almost a foot fault. Here's a set on the outside. Melee drives it home for the winning point of set number 1, 25-14. As the Ray Jays take a 1-0 lead, we'll step aside, come back after this Bank of Tioga 2-minute intermission.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Othion Boutique. Shop in person in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopothion.com.
Nessa Consulting, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Visit nessaconsulting.com.
Frames by Ryan James, located in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Frames by Ryan James.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit plainsag.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, North Dakota today.
I'm on the wrong one, my goodness.
As we come back here to our coverage on Game Day Media, my name is Randy Peterson alongside Heidi Barman here this afternoon as we have the Ray Jays taking on the Divide County Maroons. The Ray Jays on our Bank of Tioga recap of set number 1 jumped out quick on the Maroons and took a 25-14 win over the Divide County Maroons. Pretty dominating by the Ray Jays, right, Heidi?
Yes. Yeah, we had some nice hits up there and playing together as a team. So it looks like they're ready to play a little bit.
As we start our Northwest Therapy Services start of set number 2. Northwest Therapy Services located in Ray, North Dakota, with offices in Ray and in Williston. And for those of you that are just tuning in, they were named the 2023 Best of the Bakken Specialty Clinic and Locally Owned Business Award recently, and they're looking for a mental health counselor. So if you know somebody that looking for a job, get a hold of Heidi Barman, my color analyst tonight, over at Northwest Therapy Services with offices in Ray and in Williston.
Oh, there she goes.
Ray out to a quick 2-0 lead. Two to 0. As Maylee Kincaid with the serve. It goes this side of the antenna. It's out of bounds, and it's a quick 3-0 lead as Maylee continues her serving great ability. As the Maroons going backwards. They're down 4-0 here early in set number 2.
Yep, they're having some trouble picking some.
Yeah, just a little bit out of whack right now.
Yeah.
Ava Costin receives it. Forcher runs it down. And there's a slip on the floor by, I believe that is Oppegard, if I'm not mistaken. Britta,
Yep.
or Elodie Johnson, I'm sorry. Elodie Johnson, it's 5-0. Jays in control of this set number 2 right away. Putting a goose egg on for the Divide County Maroons. Here's Forcher bringing it across for the Maroons up front. Here's Kettleson going cross court. Hits the line.
It's in there on the line.
Had a little spin on it, a little downward spin like a curveball going down or something like that. And got enough bite on it to hit the line. As Maylee Kincaid serving again, and there's another ball well off the arms of Divide County number 2, Madeline Nygaard. And it's 7-0 right now, and right now there is a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. Maroons need to recap. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Born and raised amidst the small town love of Northwest North Dakota, we at Northwest Communications Cooperative understand the joy of being part of a great community. That's why we choose to pour back into the people who pour into us. At NCC, we offer internet, telephone, video, and security services that are industry standard, top of the line. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we consider Northwest North Dakota our neighborhood. Let us know how we can serve you. Local, fast, reliable. Making connections, locally committed.
As we come back to our coverage here on GameDay Media, we're able to announce our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. That goes to Jordy Scar, the middle hitter junior from the Stanley Blue Jays, as she led the Blue Jays from a come-from-behind win. Blue Jays claiming set number 4 to tie the match up at 2 apiece, and then come down from 11-4 down to win 17-15 against the Ranchers, and Jordy Scar was one of the reasons why the Blue Jays advanced to tomorrow afternoon's semifinal match against the Kenmare Bull Bells Honkers. That's set to begin with the first serve at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So congratulations to Jordy Scar. You're our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. From our first match this afternoon, 7-1 as the Maroons get the ball back. Here's Falk bringing it back into play. Nice recovery there by the Maroons, by the Jays, excuse me.
Oh.
Brought across by the Jays, now pushed across by Elodie Johnson. Up front here is Kettleson, and Kettleson tripping over her teammate as she tries to punch it across, and I don't know if they're lost focus or what, but something. If you're Angie Kade, what do you tell your girls?
Oh, boy. Well, looks like they're standing straight up right there.
Yeah.
Not ready for that one.
Erica Kettleson takes one off the nose.
Yeah. Need to get a nice pass up and talk.
Yeah, communication goes a long way in this sport of volleyball, doesn't it?
Yes, it sure does.
You're
not talking.
Got your own lingo. And boy, the Ray Jays have let the Maroons right back into this set as they've scored the last 4 points against the Jays as Elodie Johnson goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group servers row and puts the ball in play. Now here's a push a little tip by Brindley. Now back on the Ray side, they're going to try to set up Maddox Falk, and Falk goes to the corner, dug out there by Johnson. Forcher brings it across, and Larson there for the Jays. Out front, here's Maddox Falk again as Ames digs the ball out. Skylar Weirman with a nice hit.
Oh, boy.
As Kettleson looked at her teammate, and Kettleson finally took it. Good volley going on here between the Jays and the Maroons. A diving Costin keeps it alive. And there's a ball hit into the net by Erica Kettleson. It's 7-5. And with that, Angie Kade has seen enough. We'll step aside, come back after the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout. You're listening to GameDay Media coverage of the District 16 tournament.
At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
As we come back to live action from the District 16 tournament here at Al Sherbinski Court in Kenmare, North Dakota. Glad you've tuned in. My name's Randy Peterson alongside my color analyst tonight, Heidi Barman. As the Ray Jays take another point, they're up by a score of 8-5 out of that St. Luke's Medical Center timeout. Here's Forcher. And the point is going to the Divide County Maroons. 8-6. Here is Forcher trying to dive to keep the ball alive. Got a couple Maroons on the floor. Great effort by the Maroons. They just couldn't catch up with it, and that's a point to the Ray Jays. Here's Forcher bringing it across from the middle. Brindley brings it across with a reverse bump, and here's Skylar Weirman slapping it across. Now up to Maddox Falk, and Falk mishit it. 9-7. The Ray Jays keep it alive. Abby Olson brings it across with a bump from the middle. Forcher with the kill and the point for the Maroons. 9-8. Billy Forcher, the southpaw, putting a little torque on it, bringing it across for the point. As Weirman serves for the Maroons, trying to tie this set number 2 up. Forcher again off the arms of Abby Olson, and we're all tied up at 9 apiece. And if I'm head coach Angie Kade, I'm not too pleased right now with the effort of her team. But that's just me. Maybe she's just comfortable with it, but knowing Angie, I think she would think her team can play better than they are right now.
Need to get it together and
start talking to each other.
Start talking and moving.
Here's Sargent.
There she hit the ball.
Yeah.
When she hits the ball, good things happen.
I've been kind of impressed with the sophomore from Ray, Cadence Sargent. She's held her own,
lefty
so to
and-
speak, and you know, a little bit hard sometimes as a left-hander to defend against. And I know when my daughter was playing, she was a southpaw, and sometimes that was to her advantage. And not that she had the hardest hit, but when she had it teed up for her, she could hold her own. But Katie Bratling was the one that could really drive the ball home.
Yeah, they were both very good volleyball players.
In fact, Angie Novak Forcher is the mother of Audrina Forcher, and she was part of that Tioga volleyball team that went to the state. And she could put the ball almost through the brick walls.
Yeah,
if she wanted
had
to.
an arm. She had an arm on her. Yep.
11-10. It's kind of fun to talk with some of these former players, now mothers, and watching their kids grow up and encourage them play. And you know, it's just kind of fun to do that. I know my daughter, she's got 4 kids down in the Naperville, Illinois area, and she's running ragged just trying to keep up with all the events that her kids go to.
Oh, gosh.
12-10.
It's busy.
Busy time of life, but it's a fun time of life, and they go by pretty quick.
Maya hit a corner there.
Good shot by Maya Knox.
Oh, nice serve.
Good serve. Clips the net as the Ray Jays
Just wasn't ready.
wasn't ready for that one, and it's 12-11. And if you haven't heard, the GameDay Media was the recipient of a Bank of Tioga Rev Grant. We presented our pitch back on the 17th of October, and we're graciously awarded a grant from the Bank of Tioga. It's on their Facebook page. You can go out and check it out, and allows us to purchase some additional equipment that we are able to try to enhance our broadcasts. And we're streaming in ultra high definition 4K tonight, whatever that means. 13 to 12. 13 to 12 as the Ray Jays. Elena Nelson goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group servers row. Puts the ball in play. Here is Audrina Forcher teeing it up for Elodie Johnson, and Johnson mishit, and it's 14 to 12.
Two 8.
$14 to 12 as Erica Kettleson brings it across. Now back on the Ray side again, as this time Maylee Kincaid with the, I mean, I like the way she goes up and kills the ball. She is in total body control. And
she gets up there. She
plays above
down,
the net, and she swings down
hard.
like you say, and then she puts a little torque behind her kills.
Go straight down most of the time.
Yeah.
Those are the fun ones to watch.
15 to 13. That last point given to Divide County. As the Maroons are down by 2 on your Tioga Medical Center scoreboard, 15 to 13 here in set number 1. The Jays won set number 1, 25-14, and they're down now 16 to 13 here in set number 2. As Maylee Kincaid goes back to the server's row again, puts the ball in play, and Audrina Forcher runs it down. Weirman slaps it into the net, and it's a point for the Ray Jays. 17 to 13, and things getting kind of out of hand here for the Maroons. Need to get the serve back. Maylee Kincaid does her best to keep it for the Ray Jays. Weirman brings it across off the rafters and comes down harder than it went up, and hits the Ray side. 17-14. Not a lot you can do about those types of things, can you, Heidi?
No, it's unpredictable.
Even though you got a high ceiling here in Kenmare, I mean, I think Ray has probably got the highest ceiling in the district.
One of the higher ones, but with those rafters up there, that's difficult to pick the ball from. Oh, Lord.
Here is
big swing down there.
Is a hit that's too long. 17-15 as the Ray Jays letting the Divide County Maroons hang around. Kettleson off the block of Billy Forcher. Forcher's ball goes out of bounds. That point goes to Ray. 18-15 on your Tioga Medical Center scoreboard as Brindley Kincaid with the serve again. Short serve.
One.
Nice dig by Costin as Forcher bumps it across. Divide County runs out of room, and it's 19-15. This segment is brought to you and a timeout on the floor. While we'll come back with our segment sponsor after this St. Luke's Medical Center timeout. Back in 30.
At Prairie Home Furnishings of Stanley, featuring some of the best brands in the industry, such as Ashley, Lazy Boy, and Shaw Flooring, we have something for every room in your home. From furniture to flooring, outdoor living, mattresses, and decor, we truly have everything your home deserves. Shop our everyday low prices locally in store Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays from 9 to 4, or shop online anytime at shopphf.com. For all things home, be sure to also follow us on Facebook.
And as we come back, we want to remind everybody that you can sign up for our broadcasts free of charge. You can subscribe, enable all the notifications. Go to our YouTube channel called GameDay Media ND and hit the like button if you would. If you're watching us, we'd appreciate that. And if you enjoy what you're listening to and watching, hit that like button for us. And that just helps our clients as well as our viewers with all the different algorithms that I don't know a whole lot about, but the Ray Jays are called in the net as the ball went out of bounds. 19-16. 19-16 as the Divide County Maroons, number 2, Madeline Nygaard goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group servers row. Here's Kettleson keying it up. Kettleson
nice.
With a Tioga Ace hardware kill. 20-16. As the Jays are now 5 points away from taking a commanding 2-0 lead. They're up 20-16. Billy Forcher goes to the corner, but Maylee Kincaid is there. Here's bumped across or push across as Forcher brings it across, gets the help from the net a little bit, and it's 20-17. I want to thank Brevera Bank over in Stanley, North Dakota. Proud diamond sponsor here on GameDay Media. They're a proud sponsor of the Tioga or the Stanley community as well as the Stanley Blue Jays, helping you, our customer, forge new paths to achieve your financial goals.
Nice.
Stop by and see Keith Hetzel at Brevera Bank located in Stanley, North Dakota. As that last point earned by the Ray Jays, it's 21-17. As number 1 for the Divide County Maroons, Brennan Landsberg checks in for head coach Nicole Bertman. Landsberg there for the serve receive. Forcher brings it across.
Oh, Lord.
And nobody home on the second hit for the Ray Jays, and it's 21-18. As Audrina Forcher checking in for Billy Forcher. I believe they're cousins.
Oh, cousins.
And up front, here's Maylee Kincaid. 21-18. The Ray Jays out on top. Good hit by Anna Ames, freshman for Divide.
Oh, whoops,
as
in the
Brindley
way.
Kincaid and Maya Knox kind of got tied up. Kind of short-armed it into the net. 21-19. Here is Maya Knox going with the hit, and that one's another point for Divide. 21-20. Again, the Ray Jays 21-20. And right now the Maroons are down by 1. Pushed across by the Ray Jays. Here's a set. Ames brings it across. From the middle, somebody's in the net.
Oh, Divide's in the net.
Divide is in the net with Anna Ames. 22-20 as the serve goes back to the Ray Jays. Sargent serves it into the net, 22-21. I want to thank again Flag Family Media, KTGO 1090 AM and 92.7 FM, picking up our radio broadcast tonight. Addison running the controls down at the mothership in Fargo for the KTGO. And 23-21. I want to thank the Flag Family Media Group. 23-21 as Elena Nelson goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group servers row. And the Maroons unable to get it across, and it's going to be set point for the Ray Jays here in set number 2. They're up 24-21. 24-21 as Elena Nelson puts the ball in play. Forcher runs it down. Can they get it across? They do. They keep it alive, and Ray Jays are looking at each other. 24-22.
Wondering who's going to get it.
It's your ball. No, it's your ball. No, it's your ball. Okay, the ball hits the floor. 24-22.
Communication is key.
Yeah. Anna Ames, the freshman for Divide, goes back to server's row.
Oh, nice serve.
Barely clips the net. Here's Kettleson trying to drive it home, and there's the set point as the Ray Jays claim set number 2 with a 25-22 victory over the Divide County Maroons to take a commanding 2-0 lead here in this best-of-5 match. You're watching District 16 coverage of the postseason tournament here on GameDay Media. We'll step aside, come back after this 2-minute Bank of Tioga intermission.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
MC Property and Maintenance LLC is a family-owned and operated property management, maintenance, and handyman company based in Stanley, North Dakota. From lawn care to snow removal and everything in between, let us manage every aspect of your rental, property, and maintenance needs. To schedule an appointment, call Max at 701-641-2772. Rising Sports Academy, based in Stanley, North Dakota, offering skill sessions for basketball, football, volleyball, baseball, and softball. Check them out on Facebook at Rising Sports Academy.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
And as we come back to the Al Sherbinski Court in Kenmare, North Dakota, the Ray Jays all over the Divide County Maroons here. They're up 2-0, claiming set number 1, 25-14, taking set number 2, 25-22. And right now, Heidi, the Ray Jays are kind of in control of this match.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they are. It's hard for the Maroons to pick up much or get into the game, looks like.
Yeah, it's
they're definitely on the up, the Ray Jays.
Tell you what, the Ray Jays were a little, I don't know, in that second set. I've seen them play cleaner games. Maybe
yeah, they were a little scrappy out there. Yeah,
a little scrappy out
watching
there.
Watching the balls land.
You don't.
Some serves in the net, and
yeah, you don't see that very often.
Sometimes they get into a little funk like that, but
as we start our Northwest Therapy Services start of set number 3. The Divide County Maroons with the first point as the ball goes off the arms of Melee Kade. And like they started out set number 1 with a 1-0 lead, they lead here in set number 3, 1-0. And some of the fans are starting to file out here, especially from the fans that watched the first match this afternoon. And if you're on your drive home, tune in to GameDay Media and listen to all the coverage and watch it all here on your iPhone from GameDay Media ND on YouTube. 2-0. First 2 points go to the Divide County Maroons here in set number 3. Kettleson brings it across with the roll,
nice
well
line.
placed. 2-1. What position did you play, Heidi, when you were a player back in the day?
It's outside hitter.
Outside hitter. So you had some hops and you had coordination, huh?
Yeah, played outside, played back row, and played all around.
Did you play that? Did you play all the time, or did you come out when you went to the back row, or were you
no? I played
skilled
all
enough
around.
to be able to play the whole game?
Yeah, no, I didn't come out too often unless I had some errors, you know. But
unless you had to have a conversation with Coach Dolan, huh?
Yeah. Had a few of those.
4-1 as the Divide County Maroons leading here, and there's a ball almost goes through the hoop, and that is last touched by the Ray Jays. So it's another point for Divide County. The other night we had a ball go through the hoop on a hit, so I think they played it over because I think the hoops were down.
Must have been.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Larson.
Oh.
Gets the ball to drop as Weirman dove for it, couldn't keep it alive and get it bumped up. It's 5-2 in favor of the Maroons over the Ray Jays here in set number 3. Again, we got longtime coach for the Kenmare Bullbells, Honker, sitting right across from our GameDay Media NCC sports desk with his assistant coach scoping out the action here tonight. Looking forward to his semifinal round tomorrow on his defense of the District 16. And there's an ace by the Ray Jays, Brindley Kincaid. Some of the Ray Jay fans getting into some cheers here on that last ace by Brindley. Off the net, Brindley Kincaid punches it up. Great job by the Ray Jays, and it's another point by Kettleson as we tie the match, the set up at 5 apiece. Sometimes you got to be lucky. Yeah, sometimes better to be lucky than good. There's Forcher. Can the Raptors bring it back into play?
Oh,
and Elena Nelson kind of got
came down a little
taken by surprise. So that point for Divide, they're up 6-5 here in set number 3. As Skylar Weirman goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group servers row. Caden Sargent goes cross court with it, but it's wide.
Facing out of bounds.
Didn't square herself up real good as she's a pretty strong kid.
Yeah, she is. She has an arm on her.
Yeah. Does she play softball, do you know?
She does, yep.
Yeah. Bet she'd be a good softball player. I think the Ray Jays are going to have a pretty good softball team.
Yeah,
this year.
softball, that age group there, that sophomore class, quite a few of them play softball, and there's some good athletes.
There's a diving melee Kincaid
nice.
as Falk brings it across, and Falk sends it beyond the end line. It's another point for the Divide County Maroons. They're up by 3. Skylar Weirman is at the servers row. Up here, Sargent again, and well placed, splits the defense for the Maroons. That point to Ray. Again, we want to remind everybody, if you're out and about, traveling home tonight, tune in. You can watch us on your smartphone, listen to us on KTGO, wherever you're able to pick us up. We'd appreciate the coverage, listening to us, and like and subscribe to our GameDay Media YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up if you would. Would appreciate that. Here's a set to Maya Knox. And no, that's not Ann Ames. That is that's number 5, Britta Oppegard, putting it down for the Ray Jays. Yeah, 9-7. 2-point lead for the Divide County Maroons as Audrina Forcher checks in for head cousin Billy Forcher. Audrina, pretty good basketball player as well. Basketball season right around the corner for the girls. I think they start their practices on November 13th. And our first game on Game Day Media is going to be between the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers against the South Prairie Royals here in Kenmare, North Dakota. As that ball hit into the net, and then we're all tied up at 9 apiece. And so we're looking forward to the basketball season, but we've got volleyball left to broadcast, as we're also been awarded the tournament for Region 8 to be able to broadcast that entire tournament from the well at the campus of Willis State College on November 6, 7, and 9. And so we're looking forward to that broadcast as the District 15 top 4 and the District 16 top 4 do battle for the right to represent Region 8 at the state tournament. 10-10 as we're all tied up here. As we go back to the server's row, we want to thank Thrivent Financial, located in Stanley, North Dakota. For all your financial planning needs in Northwest North Dakota, call Kyle Hansen or Becky Gettle, your local Thrivent advisors, at 701-628-2384. That's the Kyle Hansen Thrivent
Nice
Financial Agency.
serve.
Good serve there by the Ray Jays. Now up front, here's Maya Knox.
Maya.
Going to the corner, well placed by Maya.
Wow. She swung down.
Yeah. Where's
Just
that big
facing-
brace to protect her knee, and got the point for the Ray Jays, 12-10. Again, the Ray Jays up by 2 as Sargent, little kitty wampus on her serve there, and gives the point as he serves it out of bounds. Divide County trails by 1 as Anna Ames goes back to serve for the Maroons and head coach Nicole Bertman. Ball's brought across. Of course, the Ray Jays ranked number 3 as Maya Knox hits it into the net. And it's 12-12. Ray Jays ranked number 3. Divide County Maroons ranked number 6 in the regular season, coming into postseason play. The winner of this match will play the Tioga Lady Pirates in match number 2 tomorrow afternoon here from Al Sherbinsky Court in Kenmare. As that last point awarded to Divide County. 13-12. Ames puts the ball in play, the freshman, with a nice serve, and Billy Forcher getting up and saying good job as Angie Kade has seen enough. She wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're listening to District 16 coverage here on Game Day Media.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit plainsag.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, North Dakota today.
As we come back here to Game Day Media and to our District 16 postseason tournament, again, my name is Randy Peterson alongside Heidi Barman. And Heidi, as a entrepreneur and as a mother of 3 children, I bet your days get kind of hectic sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish we had a few more even minutes in the day. You know, it's busy with 3 kids, traveling sports, all 3 of them, and working full time, and it's a little busy.
Wearing out one car after another, probably, huh?
Yeah, that's about it. No kids driving yet, so at least that eliminates a little bit of.
I think we wore out 3 or 4 cars following our kids around.
Oh boy.
To sports, but that was.
Yeah, we sure put on the miles.
Probably the most fun times we had, for sure.
Yeah, it goes quick.
Yeah.
It goes by fast, so.
14-13. The Maroons up by 1. Here's Kettleson from the middle, blocked at the net by Elodie Johnson. Nice job as the Maroons keep it alive. Now on the outside, Maylee Kade brings it across, and Ames there digging it out from the back row. Weirman tipped at the net by Kettleson, and there's a point off the arms of Kettleson as Skylar Weirman gains the point for the Maroons. Maroons up by 2, 15-13 here in set number 3. They're down 2-0, and
Both going for it there.
there's a good serve by the Divide County Maroons, 16-13. There's a service point error. And sometimes you think, well, we're down. Now let's kick things into gear here a little bit. As the Ray Jays get the serve back.
Whoop. Melee can usually get us going again.
16-15 on that hard serve by Melee Kade. Gets the Ray Jays within 1. As another serve comes across. Kept alive by Avery Larson. Now to Falk. And Falk blocked at the net. Kept alive by the Ray Jays. Bumped across by Elena Nelson from the back row. Here's a set to Forcher. And Forcher goes wide with it. Tied up at 16 apiece. Missed opportunity there for Divide County. Now on the outside, it's going to be Brooklyn Forcher in the net. And that point given to the Ray Jays. As
Ava Long's going in.
Ava Long, that's who it is. Ava Long.
It's a nice serve.
Boy, I think the Ray Jays almost gave up on it, but Divide County didn't. As the ball brought across and Falk hits that donut hole. And it's a 2-point lead for the Ray Jays, 18-16. Ray Jays looking to close out, and with that, there's a timeout on the floor. We're going to keep it right here. Allows us to thank some of our elite sponsors, including DA Land LLC, was established in 2021, providing quality skid steer attachments, farm and ranch supplies, feed and pet supplies in the Tioga area. That is DA Land LLC. Also want to thank Surge Aesthetics. Say that 3 times in a row. Located in Tioga and Hazen, our purpose is to enhance your natural beauty and give you the confidence that you need. Call Sarah in Tioga at 701-641-6429 or Corey at 701-870-0529 for your Hazen appointments. Also want to thank TechNex Solutions, located in Tioga, North Dakota, where they offer measurement sales, service, and support for all your water and oil measurement equipment in the Bakken. Call Jason at 701-641-0647 or contact him by email at jason@technexsolutions.com. As we come out of the St. Luke's Medical Center timeout, here is a serve into the net for the Ray Jays, 18-17. It'll be number 2, Madeline Nygaard, going back to the Souris Valley Dental Group servers row. Puts the ball in play. Here's Brinley Kincaid setting up Kettleson. And Kettleson puts it down off the chest of Divide County, and it's 19-17. Also want to thank Farmers Union Insurance, the Larson Vossen Agency, located in Crosby. They sell crop, farm, ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Call Chell or Robbie at 701-965-6335 today. That's the Farmers Union Insurance Agency located in the Larson Vossen Agency in Crosby, North Dakota. Another point for the Ray Jays. They're up by 3, needing 5 to claim the match. Here's Anna Ames bringing it across for Divide County. Here's a set to Kettleson. Kettleson puts it into the net. 20-18. Also want to thank Patriot Oilfield Service, located in Tioga. Nate and the team at Patriot Oilfield Service would like to wish the Pirates all the best here in the postseason tournament. That's Nate Ron in Tioga with Patriot Oilfield Services Incorporated. There's a point for the Ray Jays, and it's 21-18. Hidden Beauty Salon and Spa, located in Tioga and Main Street. Your full-service salon and spa. Follow them at Hidden Beauty on Facebook. And Prairie Motors in Stanley, North Dakota. Matt Evans and his team at Prairie Motors.
Oh, nice block.
As the ball goes off the arms of Billy Fortune, it's 22-18. 3 points away are the Ray Jays. Matt Evans, the general manager at Prairie Motors in Stanley, helping and serving our customers to the best of their ability with quality service and quality vehicles from Prairie Motors in Stanley. 22-18 as Forcher goes back row as the Ray Jays are guilty of being in the net. That's Maya Knox called in the net. 22-19. As a substitution, Audrina Forcher checks in for Billy Forcher again. .701 Cornhole Company, making customized cornhole sets. Brad Anderson, a native out of Stanley, coming on board as a sponsor to make your cookouts even better with customized cornhole sets. And it's 23-19, and we have another timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. You're listening to GameDay Media coverage of the District 16 postseason tournament.
At Howglen Insurance Services, we are passionate about protecting farmers and ranchers. With extensive agricultural knowledge, we have the tools to protect your profit and minimize risk. Whether it's crop and livestock insurance or farm property and liability, we protect your hard-earned assets. We can also assist with farm transitions, commercial insurance, life, health, and disability coverage. You work hard to feed our world, and we work tirelessly to protect what you've grown and built. Call us at 701-965-4066 or visit us online at howgleninsuranceservices.com.
At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
23-20, last point earned by the Divide County Maroons. They're not going to go away without a fight. On your Tioga Medical Center scoreboard, Ava Costin goes back to the Souris Valley Dental, tripping over my tongue here. 23-20, Souris Valley Dental Group servers row. As Maylee Kincaid tries to drive it home, but it's too deep. And it's 23-21. You know, if you don't sometimes use that killer instinct, it can come back to bite you.
You need to pass up now and set the ball in.
Here's Maya Knox bringing it across. Costin digs it out for the Maroons. And nice, well-placed hit by Anna Ames, and that brings up head coach Nicole Bertman off of her seat with a great round of applause. And we have a timeout on the floor again, called by Angie Kade.
Voted a top 20 critical access hospital in quality, our Level 5 Trauma Center is ready to handle all your emergency needs with our acute stroke ready certification and full lab and radiology departments. Our physical, occupational, and speech therapy providers are available for all your rehab care, and our family practice clinic provides a variety of care including well child and child immunizations. Psychiatric care is available by telehealth, and mental health is available in person. To schedule an appointment, call us at 701-628-2505 or find us on our website at stanleyhealth.org. Montreal County Medical Center, here to help you throughout a lifetime.
As we come back to Al Sherbinski Court, the Ray Jays with a timeout sponsored by St. Luke's Medical Center. They are still up by one, 23-22, as Ava Costin serving for the Maroons. Brindley Kincaid with the serve received, sent to the front row. Maya Knox pushes it across. Here's a set out to Anna Ames as she bumps it across for the Maroons. Now from the middle, Maya Knox with the miss hit, and we're tied up at 23-23. So like I said, if you let them hang around, sometimes they come back to bite you. As Ava Costin sends us to the front row. Sargent brings it across with a well-placed throw down.
It looked like a little throw over the net.
24-23, it'll be match point for Caden Sargent and the Ray Jays, and she serves it into the net. 24-24. As Avery Larson checking in for Caden Sargent.
No.
Yeah, that's one thing I've seen about volleyball is
Yeah, I've seen tonight. We've had lots of missed serves on all teams.
Yeah.
It's end of season. It's
25-24. It'll be another match point for the Ray Jays, and let's see if Elena Nelson can capture it, and she goes out of bounds. 25-25. 25-25.
Yeah, I can creep up on you quickly.
Yeah, as Elodie Johnson now goes back to the Service Valley Dental Group servers row. She gets it in. Here's Brindley Kincaid setting it up for her Melee Kincaid, and that's into the net. And it'll be set point for the Divide County Maroons. Elodie Johnson. Ball's in play.
Oof.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last played by Avery Johnson. And that is a win by the Divide County Maroons, 27-25. We're going to send it back to the studio for a quick 2-minute Bank of Tioga intermission.
Bank of Tioga, with locations in Tioga and Crosby, North Dakota. Come and talk to us about all your financial needs. Whether it's agriculture, business, investments, or personal banking, we have the right product for you. Call our Tioga Bank at 701-664-3388 or our Crosby Bank at 701-965-6333 to discuss your needs with us. Ignite prosperity at the Bank of Tioga. Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today. At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brands all under one roof at 119 North Main Street in Tioga, or shop online at acehardware.com.
As we come back here on GameDay Media of the coverage of our District 16 postseason tournament, a surprise in set number 3 as the Divide County Maroons come from behind. The Ray Jays let them hang around, and it was Divide County with a 27-25 victory over the Ray Jays. Got a listener out in Fargo area, listening in and watching our coverage on GameDay Media down in Fargo. Says just shows never give up. Divide County didn't give up for sure. As the first, check out 1-0. Divide County with the first point of the night here in set number 4. And there's another point for the Divide County Maroons. And right now the Ray Jays kind of discombobulated here a little bit. There is Falk with a hit that's too deep, and it's 3-0. A little bit of a shock here for the Ray J fans that are in attendance. Here's Falk again off the tip, the front row. Maroons keep it alive as Weirman brings it across. Kettleson tipped it. Punched across by Brindley Kincaid on the outside. Run across by Nygaard, and now here's Falk again, bumping it across. And Forcher
there you go.
keeps it alive, kept there by Falk, bringing it into play again as Brindley Kincaid brings it across. And now there's a ball into the net. Last touch by Madeline Nygaard. And that's a point for the Ray Jays. Ray Jays down by 2, 3-1. Brindley Kincaid back to serve. Good serve. Low serve to the net. Up front, here's Forcher, blocked at the net by the Ray Jays. Now they're going to set up Maddox Falk, and Falk mishits it. 4-1. Got a call scored in, score called in from Grand Forks. At the half, it's Jamestown and Grand Forks Red River all tied up at 7 apiece down on the eastern part of the state. In football playoffs, whoa! Great dig. Falk goes back row as the Maroons can't catch up with that. And that's a point for the Ray Jays, 4-2. Divide County needs to get it over. Melody Johnson does it. Up front, here's Maya Knox finding that campfire hole for a point for the Ray Jays, 4-3.
Oh, going short there.
There's a well-placed serve by Erica Kettleson. Kettleson, a senior for head coach Angie Kade, ties up the match with a great serve, and now here's a powerful serve coming across as Anna Ames digs it out. Forcher. And too close to the net. Point Divide County, 5-4. This is the number 3 seed against the number 6 seed. The Maroons the number 6, the Jays number 3. It's Maya Knox bringing it across for the Ray Jays. Now up front, Billy Forcher gets the friendly net.
Oh,
the Ray Jays play it off the net.
Save.
Kept alive by Brinley Kincaid. And here's the ball that's out of bounds, last touch by Anna Ames. And we're all tied up at 5-5 as Emma Landsberg checks in for Skylar Weirman. Oh, there's a service error by Maddox Falk, and I think I've seen more service errors here tonight. You'd think that would be ironed out by this time of the season. But
yeah, end of season it should be, but sometimes that consistency just isn't there.
As we come back, and the point pushed across by Adrena Forcher, and another well-placed hit by the Divide County Maroons. It's 7-5. The Maroons leading by 2 here in set number 4. They're trailing 2 sets to 1. So their backs are up against the wall, and they're gonna fight it out here with the Ray Jays. Little bit of life here for the Maroons. Some of the fans have left tonight from the first game. I want to remind everybody you can punch us up on your smartphone and watch us and listen to us on our computer. Your smartphone is a well-placed hit by Anna Ames. Good volley here as finally the point goes to the Ray Jays. 7-6. It's Avery Larson checking in for the Ray Jays, replacing Cadence Sargent. And it'll be Avery Larson going back to service row, sponsored by Cirrus Valley Dental Group. 7-6, the Jays are down by 1. Ball to the net, unable to play it off the net, and it's 8-6. The Maroons out on top, and right now there's a whole lot of giddy up here for the Divide County Maroons as the Ray Jays playing into their hand a little bit.
Need to get a pass up here. There you go, Matt.
Up front, Melee Kincaid tries to bring it home, but there's a dig cross court as Anna Ames tries to drive it home for the Maroons, but it's a little bit too wide. But one thing I like to see on the Maroons is they're hitting the ball hard.
Mm-hmm.
Rather go out swinging than laying down for them, that's for sure. So Elena Nelson serves for the Ray Jays. It's Kettleson off the net, kept alive by the Maroons. Good job. as Kettleson brings it across with the roll. And Madeline Nygaard can't catch up with it, and we're all tied up at 8 apiece. The winner of this match will face the Tioga Lady Pirates in our second match of the day tomorrow, here from the Hal Sherbinski Court in Kenmare. And we're looking forward to a great day of volleyball tomorrow. That point goes to Divide County as the ball hits the floor on the Ray side, and Anna Ames goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group servers row. Off the net, Brindley Kincaid unable to catch up with it. And it's 10-8 right now as Divide County raising some eyebrows here. Up by 2. Ames' serve is too deep. Oh, that's a big point for the Ray Jays getting the serve back as Maylee Kincaid goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group servers row, puts the ball in play. Set intended for Elodie Johnson, and Johnson unable to catch up with it. It's 10-10. Maylee puts a little spin on it as she comes across with the serve, and there's a block party on the left side of the net by Maddox Falk and Irka Kettleson. And just like that, the Maroons down by 1. As Maylee Kincaid continues to serve for the Ray Jays. Ball pushed to the corner as Maylee Kincaid runs it down. Up front, here's Maddox Falk punching it across. The Maroons unable to bring it across on the third hit. And that's another point for the Jays. 12-10. Tioga Medical Center scoreboard. Another serve by Maylee Kincaid, the senior daughter of head coach Angie Kade. Here's Kettleson. Dug out there by Weirman. Weirman gets it back from her setter, brings it across. Now up front, here's Maddox Falk with it. Ames digs it out there. And Lena Nelson unable to pass the ball up to the front. As a nice effort by Avery Larson falls short, and it's 12-11. Now here's Kettleson punching it across. Weirman there for the Maroons. And a miss hit there by Madeline Nygaard gives the Jays a 2-point lead at 13-11 as Caden Sargent checks in for Avery Larson. 13-11. Brindley Kincaid serving.
Oh, in
and
there.
The serve hits the line. They call it in. 14-11 on the ace serve, sponsored by Tioga Ace Hardware in Tioga, North Dakota. Nathan Germanson, the owner and manager of Tioga Ace in Tioga, North Dakota. Nobody home there on the second hit, and I don't know if there's a timeout on the floor as Nicole Bertman seeing her lead slip away. They're down by 4, 15-11. You're listening to the Game Day Media coverage here on from our District 16 postseason tournament.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Bingaman Construction in Ray, North Dakota, your go-to for all your residential and commercial spray foam and construction needs. Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
Coming out of that St. Luke's Medical Center timeout, my name is Randy Peterson alongside Heidi Barman this afternoon and this evening. Second match of the day on this opening day of District 16 postseason coverage. Glad you've joined us and are watching at Game Day Media. 15-11. As Divide County Maroons got to get it across. Good effort by Madeline Nygaard, but falls a little bit wide, and it's 16-11 as Brindley Kincaid continues the serving for the Ray Jays. Short serve, dug out there by Weirman. Now Nygaard brings it across at the net. Kettleson unable to catch up with it. And it's 16-12. As Madeline Nygaard brings it to the server's row. Here's Weirman. And a nice hard hit by Skylar Weirman, the freshman for Nicole Bertman. Gets the point for the Maroons, 16-13. Nygaard serves again. This time the serve is too deep. Goes hurt. 17-13. Now Kettleson goes back to server's row with a 4-point lead. And she returns the favor by serving it beyond the end line. 17-14 as they trade points on service errors. Skylar Weirman now back to serve for the Maroons. Up front, here's Maya Knox. Knox hits it wide, and that point goes to Divide. 17-15. As Weirman continues to serve for the Maroons. Short pass. Sargent brings it across with a little bit of torque behind it.
Nice
a diving
stick.
Melee Kincaid pushes the ball up. Great play by Melee. Having a nice match here tonight. Blocked at the net. Run down there by the Maroons. Brought across by Nygaard. Now Sargent bumps it across from the right corner. Britta Oppegard pushing it across. Team stopped hitting. Now here's Forcher trying to hit it. A diving Melee Kincaid keeps it alive. Now back on the Maroon side. Here's Anna Ames as Melee Kincaid goes off the rafter, comes down harder than it went up. And it's another point for the Divide County Maroons, 17-16.
Creeping up again here.
Yeah. Kind of was the same thing that happened in set number 3. They didn't put them away when they could have. Let Divide County hang around, and they're kind of doing the same thing here. 18-16. As Maddox Falk serves for the Jays. Goes to the corner. Landsberg over there. Billy Forcher tries to take out one of the assistant coaches for the Divide County, or for the Ray Jays. 19-16. Point to the Ray Jays as Maddox Falk continues to serve. Forcher tries to split the defense. Ray Jays catch up with it, goes to the corner. Costin keeps it alive. Great play by Emma Landsberg as well. And here's Melee Kincaid. And they're going to have a discussion between the chair umpire and the line judge. And so the ball was on the outside of the antenna. So that's a point for the Divide County Maroons, 19-17. And again, Audrina Forcher checks in to go to the Souris Valley Dental Group server's row. Puts the ball in play, nice serve. Audrina now going to set up middle hit. And great job by
Abby Olson.
Abby Olson. Caden Sargent hits it into the net. And there's another point for Divide, 19-18. Stick around, folks. Things are getting interesting here. Audrina Forcher again from the Souris Valley Dental Group server's row. Passing it to the front row and off the net. And just like that, guys, it's 19-19. Divide County not backing down from the Ray Jays. Abby Olson sends it to the front row as Sargent brings it across with a southpaw hit. Now to the corner, Abby Olson digs that one out. Up front, here's Maylee Kincaid, and Kincaid with a nice dig there by the Divide County Maroons, but that was a good effort by the Maroons. They just come up short with the point. It'll be Avery Larson serving with a 1-point lead, 20-19. The Maroons need to get it across, can't do it as Forcher sends it into the stands on the third hit. 21-19. The Ray Jays 4 points away from capturing the match. Bumped across, pushed across, I should say, and the momentum brings Elodie Johnson into the net. It's a point for Ray. As Avery Larson continues to serve, up by 3, needing 3 to win. Ava Costin comes across with it. Here's a set by Brindley up to Maya Knox. Tipped at the net, kept alive by the Maroons. And now here's a point on the double hit by Forcher, and it's 23-19. Avery Larson, again, back at the server's row. The knuckleball comes across. Can the Rays capture this set? They're up by 4. There is a kill by Maylee Kincaid, and it's going to be match point for the Ray Jays. And with that, we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. You're listening to GameDay Media coverage of the District 16 postseason tournament. We'll be back after this St. Luke's Medical Center 30-second timeout.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
MC Property and Maintenance LLC is a family-owned and operated property management, maintenance, and handyman company based in Stanley, North Dakota. From lawn care to snow removal and everything in between, let us manage every aspect of your rental, property, and maintenance needs. To schedule an appointment, call Max at 701-641-2772. Rising Sports Academy, based in Stanley, North Dakota, offering skill sessions for basketball, football, volleyball, baseball, and softball. Check them out on Facebook at Rising Sports Academy.
And as we come back to match point, it'll be Avery Larson trying to win the set. The serve is in. It's a great serve by Avery Larson as the Ray Jays take set number 4 and the match by winning set number 4, 25-19. And the Ray Jays will advance to tomorrow afternoon's semifinal round with the Tioga Lady Pirates. We'll come back with our D&L Paraffin postgame show, and we'll name our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game after this 3-minute timeout.
At Haugland Insurance Services, we are passionate about protecting farmers and ranchers. With extensive agricultural knowledge, we have the tools to protect your profit and minimize risk. Whether it's crop and livestock insurance or farm property and liability, we protect your hard-earned assets. We can also assist with farm transitions, commercial insurance, life, health, and disability coverage. You work hard to feed our world, and we work tirelessly to protect what you've grown and built. Call us at 701-965-4066 or visit us online at hauglandinsuranceservices.com.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oilfield companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin.
This GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Bingham Construction, in Ray, North Dakota, your go-to for all your residential and commercial spray foam and construction needs. Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Otheon Boutique. Shop in person in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopotheon.com.
Nessa Consulting, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Visit nessaconsulting.com.
Frames by Ryan James, located in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Frames by Ryan James.
Voted a top 20 critical access hospital in quality, our Level 5 Trauma Center is ready to handle all your emergency needs with our acute stroke ready certification and full lab and radiology departments. Our physical, occupational, and speech therapy providers are available for all your rehab care, and our family practice clinic provides a variety of care including well child and child immunizations. Psychiatric care is available by telehealth, and mental health is available in person. To schedule an appointment, call us at 701-628-2505 or find us on our website at stanleyhealth.org. Montreal County Medical Center, here to help you throughout a lifetime.
At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit sourisvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
At Prairie Home Furnishings of Stanley, featuring some of the best brands in the industry, such as Ashley, Lazy Boy, and Shaw Flooring, we have something for every room in your home. From furniture to flooring, outdoor living, mattresses, and decor, we truly have everything your home deserves. Shop our everyday low prices locally in store Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays from 9 to 4, or shop online anytime at shopphf.com. For all things home, be sure to also follow us on Facebook.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Otheon Boutique. Shop in person in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopotheon.com.
Nessa Consulting, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Visit nessaconsulting.com.
Frames by Ryan James, located in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Frames by Ryan James.
And as we come back to our DNL Paraffin postgame show, I've got the winning head coach for the Ray Jays on the headset with me, Angie Kade. And Angie, you started out, dominated the Divide County Maroons in set number 1. Had a little closer set in set number 2, 25-22. Kind of let the Divide County Maroons stick around a little bit in set number 3, and they come back and won in extra points, 27-25, and they gave you a good run for your money in set number 4, but the Ray Jays eventually pulling it out 25-19. You got to tip your hat a little bit to the Divide County Maroons for not saying die, never say die, right?
Right. They definitely didn't let roll over and just give it to us. That's for sure.
Yeah, and so one of the things that we thought, I thought really of your Ray Jays was that you had some excellent leadership by your daughter, Maylee Kade. She played a whale of a first set, whale of a second set, and kind of led the team to come from behind in that fourth set. And so we named her our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. But that sets up action for you tomorrow now afternoon. You'll take on the Tioga Lady Pirates in the second semifinal game. And I know that you have lost the opening regular season game to the Tioga Pirates, and you dropped the final regular season game to the Tioga Pirates. Maybe
Yes.
Third time is a charm for the Ray Jays.
Yeah, our girls are hungry. They're ready. They're ready for them.
Yeah, and so we're looking forward to a great match as I'm wiping off my chocolate off my mouth. Trying to get a snack in between talking with you. But what are your thoughts about the game tomorrow?
We definitely have to play
the full time. We can't have moments where we just let go and relax. That's not how Tioga runs. So we can't do that either. And so looking for reducing errors, playing together, need a whole lot more communication from that crew, and I think we can do it. We just have to push.
You just have to do it, right?
We just have to do it. Yep, it's now or never.
Yeah, a win is a win, no matter what it looks like sometimes. Sometimes the ball goes your way, sometimes it doesn't, and in that third set you had a little trouble, but rebounded, take set number 4, captured the match 3-1. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
And after this timeout, we'll come back with our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game, Maylee Kincaid, after we listen to a couple of our sponsor ads.
Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today.
And as we come back to our DNL Paraffin one more time, we're looking at our camera over here. I've got our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. That is Maylee Kincaid, the senior from the Ray Jays. And Maylee, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
And as you played tonight, one of the reasons that we named you our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game is I thought you provided excellent leadership. You were able to drive the ball home on when you get the ball teed up for you, you can put a little lick on it, can't you?
Yeah.
And do you practice that with your sister? She's kind of one of the main setters, right?
Yeah, we go to the gym a lot.
And as a daughter of the head coach, you're kind of expected to do that, right? Or do you just do it on your own?
I don't know, the 50-50.
50-50, yeah. So tomorrow you get a chance at redemption against the Tioga Lady Pirates. You've lost to the Pirates twice during the regular season on the opening match of the year, and then you lost to them on senior night over in Ray, North Dakota. And I know there's a little bit of burning in your belly probably to try to get back and be in that semifinal game against the Pirates tomorrow night. And what are you looking forward to tomorrow night against the Pirates?
I hope that we can all just come together as a team, because sometimes, well, both of the times that we played them, it was a little bit of a struggle and no one was really talking.
Yeah.
And we're not strong enough to do that. We need to play together.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that we talked about here up at the NCC Sports Desk, is that when teams don't communicate, things go bad. And we noticed that probably happened a little bit in set number 3 tonight as the Ray Jays dropped to Divide County Maroons, but then rebounded and eventually won the match 3-1 tonight. And so I thought you did a great job tonight. You provided leadership for your Ray J teammates, and I just thought you played a whale of a game and a match tonight.
Thank you.
You're listening to Maylee Kincaid, the senior outside hitter for the Ray Jays here, our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. And when we step out, we'll come back and finish up our first day of coverage as we'll look at the brackets and the setup for tomorrow's action here from Al Sherbinsky Court in Kenmare, North Dakota. Back after this timeout.
Inspired by a dream. That dream is now a reality. Our goal at GameDay Media is to provide a new way of watching high school sporting events in Northwest North Dakota through live audio, video streaming services. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch and listen to all the action. We are looking for business sponsors to come on board with GameDay Media to help promote your business as we help to promote our area athletes during our broadcasts. Contact David or Randy Peterson for further details on how you can become a sponsor on GameDay Media. GameDay Media, more than a game.
And as we come back and wrap up our DNL Paraffin postgame show, I've got Heidi Barman, my color analyst tonight, and a couple of pretty good matches here today. The first one kind of went as expected as the Stanley Blue Jays come from behind in set number 4 and set number 5 to punch their ticket to the semifinal game tomorrow night against the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers. And then in a match that we just had here on Game Day Media, it was the Ray Jays dropping one set, but eventually won 3-1. What was your overall impression of day number 1 here today?
It was a great day of afternoon, evening of volleyball today. Like you said, a little bit of competition in those first 2 games. They were almost evenly matched, but they came out and took the lead. But as we saw in the second game as well, points can creep away on you quickly, So in both matches we witnessed that, I think, today.
Yeah.
So, but it was fun to see the girls out there and end of the season trying to work their way out of districts. So.
Well, that sets up tomorrow's action. It'll be the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers in defense of their District 16 title, and also looking to punch their ticket to the Region 8, where they'll want to try to win that match, get into that tournament. They'll be at the top of the bracket tomorrow as they take on the Stanley Blue Jays. Our first service scheduled for 1 o'clock. We'll go on the air with our pregame show at 12:30, and then the second semifinal game will feature the longtime rivals, the Ray Jays, up against the Tioga Lady Pirates in our second semifinal match, as all 4 teams trying to punch their ticket to the championship night on Monday night here in Kenmare, North Dakota. On behalf of my color analyst tonight, Heidi Barman, my broadcast team, Caden Keller giving us the eyes tonight on the camera, David Peterson on the operating board tonight. My name is Randy Peterson. Until tomorrow afternoon, everybody, good night. Have a good night. Travel safe.
Tonight's GameDay Media broadcast was brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, Otheon Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Haugland Insurance Services, Frames by Ryan James, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset Consulting Service, Roustabout Service and Insulating, DA Land LLC, 701 Cornhole Company, Bingaman Construction, Tioga Ace Hardware, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, the Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Surge Aesthetics, The Porch, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Game 1, Tech Next Solutions, Hidden Beauty Salon and Spa, Montreal County Health Center, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Prairie Ford of Stanley, Thrivent Kyle Hansen Financial Advisor, Murex Petroleum Corporation, TNT Measurements Incorporated, MC Property and Maintenance LLC, Rising Sports Academy, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Flag Family Media,